As a content creator, there's going to come a time where you're going to have to decide if what you do currently as your full-time career and what you want to do as a full-time content creator can coexist or not. So when is it time to make the decision to transition from a part-time hobby being a content creator and becoming a full-time, fully invested content creator? It's a great question that many people ask. A matter of fact, I've asked myself that question before I made the decision to become a full-time content creator. And the answer is going to be different for everybody. But here's a few things that I would consider. One, are you making enough income on a consistent basis as a content creator on the side to subsidize the money that you are going to be completely losing with your current career or your current job? Because another thing to realize is the money you can make becoming a content creator is not guaranteed. It's a grind, takes a lot of work, takes a lot of hustle, takes a lot of consistency, but it can be absolutely incredible. But you need to decide if the niche you're in is a niche that is going to be long-term. You need to decide if the content you're creating is something you're so passionate about that you can see yourself talking about the same thing 5 and 10 years down the road. And you need to decide if the income you're making from being a content creator has the ability to continue to grow. Because if you're not there yet, if you're in a position right now where you're creating content and you're making a little bit of money and the income you're making as a part-time content creator isn't gonna cover your bills, well, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what to do, but it's a decision that you really need to be mindful of. And one thing I would highly suggest is know your numbers first. Obviously, know what your bills are. Know what you need to make to pay your bills and to put food on the table for you and your family. Also, know what the brands that you're currently working with or the brands that you want to work with are going to be willing to pay out and for how long. You see, if you're working on brand partnerships, you might get a contract that's 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. If you're working with affiliates, you might be talking about products that have seasonality and they might be super hot 1 month and you might make an insane amount of money, but then 3 months down the road, you might make almost nothing. So you need to know your numbers first. You need to know your products first, and you need to know your growth trajectory first. And how you do that is by really doing some research and becoming friends with other content creators in similar niches and try to learn the seasonality. Have those conversations with the brands that you're working with. Have those conversations with other content creators to try to figure out what the seasonality is. And if you're in a niche where the seasonality might have some ebbs and flows, it's probably a good idea to have some product services or other income opportunities to subsidize those gaps. And one good example is if there's something you're really passionate about and it's not necessarily a big part of your niche, kind of like me, I'm a wellness guy on YouTube, but I absolutely love teaching and encouraging and helping people grow. Create a course like I'm doing with the Creators Playbook that can subsidize seasonality, but also continue to help your audience. My goal here is to continue to help my audience grow and potentially make content on things that they're passionate about so they can experience the joys of being a full-time content creator.